Okay, hello everybody. Picture this. You're on a train reading or scrolling when suddenly panic erupts. A masked figure walks down the aisles. Knives flash, screams, chaos. Today we're diving into what happened on Doncaster to London train where 9 people were left fighting for their lives. This happened last night. We are going to unpack the timelines and the eyewitnesses and the police response and ask the hard questions that nobody seems to have any answers to at the moment. But stay with me. Let's try to make sense of actually what happened last night. So don't click away because we're going to find out what's going on in the next few minutes. Like I say, this is a kind of breaking news, so it's only just happened and I've only just heard about it. And yeah, it is scary. It's crazy. And it's just a matter of time before something else happens, isn't it? Even though we don't necessarily know who's done it, but people are speculating. But we're going to try and find out a little bit more starting right now.
Analyzing the news.
There you go. So this is an image of the scene so far that we know about. Like I say, it's all new news. It's only just literally come out and I've only just heard about it this morning. It's all over the news, Sky News, so keep your eye on it for any more updates that might be happening. So what we know so far is that on Saturday evening at around 6:30, the service from Doncaster to London's King's Cross was the scene of another shocking attack. Soon after the train left from Peterborough, got a call to 999, was reported by multiple people saying that there were stabbings aboard the actual train itself. The train made an unscheduled stop to Huntingdon station where armed police boarded. In total, there was 10 people were hospitalised, rushed to hospital, and 9 of them with literally life-threatening injuries, one with non-life-threatening. So when I say life-threatening, this isn't a joke, this isn't a scratch, this is serious. 2 people have been arrested in connection to the attack. So what do you feel about things when you hear things like this, life-threatening injuries in public places, a train? People are just going to work or whatever they're doing, minding their own business. Drop a comment. Does this scare you? Because it bloody scares me. Does it scare you? Because thinking, oh, well, I've got to get the train. I need to get the train. And just some random idiot, which the absolute idiots, go around stabbing people and murdering people. It's lunacy. Drop your comments below. Do you now feel a bit uneasy about travelling abroad, not abroad, on the train? Public transport, it's supposed to be safe. Scary stuff. Absolutely mental. Okay, so let's have a look. So eyewitnesses accounts in chaos aboard. I say aboard, do apologise. Some passengers describe the scenes as terror, and it would be. People hiding in toilets to escape. Eyewitnesses, one of them, Gavin, said he heard someone shout. Then they got a knife out, and before he knew it, he's been stabbed. Others spoke about trampled passages, blood everywhere, panic spreading. In one video, police tased a suspect who was waving a large knife. So obviously there's 2 of them, which they know so far. But it's mental, isn't it? And if you were on that train, what would you do? Would you hide? Would you try to get help? Would you freeze? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what your strategies would be. Because in that scenario, I wouldn't know what to bloody do. It'd be terrifying, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? Little kids on the train minding their own business. And all this happens out of nowhere. No one expects it. No one expects it. No one thinks something like this is going to happen when you're just minding your own business. Again, look at the scenes there. You can see there's only a few pictures that came out at the moment, and there's just some of them. There will be more coming out, I'm sure, but at the moment, that's the only images that are out. So if you were on the train, would you hide? Would you try to get help? Would you fight or fright? Would you flee? Would you panic? What would you do? You don't know until you're in that situation, but if you did know, put it in the comments, because to be honest, guys, things like this are going to happen over and over and over and over again. We know that. I said to my wife, I'm just waiting for something to come on the news, and I said this yesterday. Something's going to come on the news. There's going to be some other stabbing. It's going to happen. It's crazy. But how do we stop it? What do we do? Let me know in the comments. Come on, guys. We have to figure this out ourselves, because for some reason, nobody else is trying to help us, are they? So then you've got police and emergency services responses. What the police declared it as a major incident, which obviously it is, 9 people. Now, this is critically ill. This is serious. 9 people. Innocent people. Didn't do anything wrong. They were just on a train, coming back from work, going to work, mind their own business, whatever they were doing. And then next minute, they're being 2 crazy men are going around with knives stabbing them. What initially triggered it? The National Code for Possible Mandering Terror Incidents, that's what they're calling it, but later reclined it. That means, oh, no, it's not a terror incident. We don't know what it is. It's counter-terrorism. That's what they said. Police saw support in the investigation. More than 30 officers actually attended. And the police are good. I know the police get a bad rep, but they were there, and they are good, the police. I know, again, there's so much negativity about the police and their job, but most of them, do you know what? They're making sacrifices, aren't they? Because I wouldn't run up to 2 men with knives, trying to control them, but the police do that, and believe me, they don't get respected for it. They just get abused. But that's another opinion. What do you think about our police? Are they good? Are they brave? Or are they corrupt? What do you think? Because there's all these different stories out there. What do you think? Come on, it's all about you. What is this terrorism? Is this terrorism? Is that what it is? Or is it something else entirely? Share your comments. Let me know. So the unanswered question and the red flags, this is the main thing, is motive. Why have these 2 fellas done it? It's unknown. Police are waiting and warning not to speculate, because that's what people are going to do now, obviously. Straight away, they're going to have an image in their mind of, right, okay, I know what this is. And I've got one in my mind, because we see patterns, but we might be completely wrong. So it's not good to speculate, and I get that. But once the faces of the images come out, it's going to, if it's what people will think it's going to be, it's going to cause a lot of there's probably going to be another riot in the people are going to kick off again. Did the passengers or staff see anything beforehand? They were asked this, but apparently not. Any warning signs? Not reported yet. Were security measures in place? CCTV, staff patrol, were they all lacking? Could this been prevented? 2 suspects, who are they? What's their background? It's still unknown. If you were an investigator, where would you dig first? If you were trying to find a motive and find out what's going on, why have these 2 fellas done it? And that's what we think it is, 2 men. How would you investigate it? What would their motive be? Would you look at their backgrounds, or would you look at trained security? I want you to be a bit of a detective theory now and try and figure this out. Why are they doing it? What's the objective? What's the goal? What's the intent? What are they trying to do? Or are they just psychopathic murderers who we can't even get our head round? Mental. Literally crazy stuff. And it's honestly so concerning, because don't think this is the end. This is just the bloody beginning. It's going to go on and on and on. So why this matters: the stabbings in the public transport shatter the feelings of safety many of us take for granted. This is not the first time violence has happened on trains. No, it isn't, obviously. So what's being done about it? What can be done about it? You can't stop it, can you? If someone's going to just decide to murder people, you can't. How do you stop that? How do you prevent that? Let me know. What can you do? Is this just a push for these ID cards? Well, if everyone's got an identity, then we'll know who they are. But you still can't know what's on someone's body. You don't know what's going on inside their mind, what their intent is. The public trust is so low now on enforcement and security systems. But again, they're trying to push more security, i.e. this digital ID, which not a lot of people are happy about. Media coverage and public reaction can influence how the authorities respond going forward, or can they? Well, it should be the way, shouldn't it? That should be what happens. But again, that's never the way, is it? We get told that it's all about us and we're in control, but is it really? Do you think we need new safety protocols for the UK trains after this? Right, yes or no? Below and tell me what you think. Or another rule that we could put in place. What can we do? Because the government don't seem to be doing anything, do they? Right? This isn't rocket science. We can make the country safer. It really is that easy. So what did PM or Keir Starmer call the incident? Prime Minister, idiot. Well, this is what he said. He said that he gives condolences to the victims. Okay, we don't want condolences. We want this to stop. Defence Secretary John Healey said that the terror threat level stays unchanged. Okay, well, it isn't, is it? Local leaders expressed concern, yes. Praised the emergency responses, which is great. Yeah, the police are fantastic, and the ambulance, they're great. They're doing the right thing. They're getting things done, right? And they're risking their own lives. They're putting themselves in vulnerable positions, and they're there to help people, right? So we shouldn't disrespect them. We should empower them. Rail operatives, which is the LNER, they warn travellers to check before travelling because delays are now expected through to Monday. Okay, so this is going to stop trains, and obviously because of what's happened, so be aware of that as well. Practical statements are inevitable, but which really helps the public moving forward? What responses could you want, or would you want to see your government do in this situation? Again, put it in the comments. We need to know, because I get the train quite a lot. Am I a bit nervous? I'm not nervous about getting a train, right? But that's me. But I understand that there's going to be a lot of concerns. A lot of people say, I'm not going to get on a train because if there's going to be madmen, because you don't know when it's coming. They didn't know when it was coming. They were minding their own business, and then suddenly they've just lost their lives. And a lot of them, like I say, it's life-threatening. We don't know the outcome, but more than likely, if it's life-threatening, the chances are there's going to be a lot of deaths here. And what's that? That's mass murder, isn't it? It really is. So what comes next? What should we watch for? Like I say, it's limited information. All we know is that it's two fellas that have done this, at least. And we're all going to make assumptions of why they've done it, who they are. But that's speculation. We're going to have to wait for more information. Will the attacks be classified as terrorism or remain as a criminal act? I don't think it's a criminal act, is it? It's just, what is it? Why would you do that? What changes or what charges do the suspects face? What will happen to them? Because they've been caught. They've got them. Will details emerge about their motives? Will there be reforms in train security or new laws to detect knife attacks or deal with knife attacks, to prevent knife attacks? How will survivors and families be supported? Because you've got to remember, these are people's children, parents, brothers, sisters, friends. This is going to affect all these other people. Imagine you, your friend, your daughter, your dad, your auntie, your uncle, someone you love and care about, they were on that train. That's going to affect you. It's going to completely change your life. What role will the public pressure and media play in pushing for transparency and justice? Now, that's the thing. Transparency and justice. It's crazy, man. It's literally crazy. And you know what? It's going to get crazier. It always does. It always gets crazier and crazier and crazier. It never gets easier. It never gets better. It only gets worse until something's done about it. And what do we need to do about it? Tell me, what can we do? What can we do? I want you to keep a sharp eye on this with me. In your opinion, what's the most important thing that should happen next? What should we do next? Post it now, please. And my final thoughts on this, because again, there's not much information. All we know is that 9 people are critically in hospital, life-threatening. So there's going to be deaths, isn't there? And they know that there's 2 suspects who've both been arrested. They were tasered, 2 males. That's all we kind of know, right? But again, now we're speculating, right? We know who this is. But I don't know, we're all sort of thinking the same thing, but we're not going to say it. But yeah, this is awful. It really is. 9 people nearly lost their lives or could lose their lives. But even in darkness, we do still see bravery, passengers shielding others, because there was one man, an older man, that actually protected a woman, a young woman that was on the train, and an older man, maybe in his 60s, he protected her, shielded her, didn't even know her, and the attacker stabbed him. There you go. We owe it to the victims to seek the truth, don't we? Not rumours. We want to know what's going on and what we're going to do about it. We need to get to the bottom of this. We really do. We owe it to the audience to stay informed, vigilant and compassionate. Let's keep asking the questions, demanding updates and making our voice heard. If you're still with me, thank you. And before you click away, hit the like button. Not because you like what's happened, only that you like that we're getting this information out there and we're talking about it because it matters. Subscribe if you want to follow the story in the future, because I'm going to find out more as much as I can. And comment your thoughts, your fears and your hopes, and I'll read them. And well, let's talk about it, let's learn from it, and let's not stay silent, because that's what we've been doing, hasn't it? And where does it get us, really? Nowhere. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's negative news, but unfortunately we live in a negative world. But until next time, guys, thank you.